Hey everybody. I'm running late to a meeting, so I always say that, but I'm going to try to keep this a little brief. Who wants to ask the first question?
Hey, good morning, Stephen. Your reaction to the Supreme Court's announcement today, siding with the Trump administration, removing 500,000 illegal aliens who had temporary protection status from Nicaragua, Venezuela, Cuba, Haiti. What's the next step in this process, and will any of these folks be eligible to stand?
So just for everybody, the program that the gentleman's referring to is CHNV. Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, Venezuela. But more specifically, it's the program, this is a very important point because this context is often missing. It's the program that was launched by the Biden administration to fly illegal aliens into the country by aircraft. So when you hear about migrant flights, when you hear about illegal aliens being flown into the country, there were other programs too. They had a flying program they had a free transportation program for hundreds of thousands of illegals at the border that was run out of DHS and funded by FEMA. They had a separate program for UAC, unaccompanied alien children. But when you think about mostly when people are talking about the migrant flights, they're talking about this program, the fly-ins for these illegal aliens. About 500,000 illegal aliens from those four countries, particularly in the last 2 years of the Biden administration, were flown directly into American cities and towns. So, of course, we revoked those, they called it parole for those individuals, amnesty basically. And now, of course, they're all subject to deportation from the United States. And, of course, self-evidently, of course, they have to be deported. You can't have a situation where the Biden administration can fly in 500,000 illegal aliens in the last 24 months, and we're having a conversation about, oh, maybe they should get to stay for life. They've been here for 24 months. They were flown into our country illegally, and the good news is the airplanes travel in two directions. Next question.
Stephen, can you just comment on, so the president's post this morning on China, he didn't specifically say what they did wrong. What did China do wrong?
It's a great question and a very valid question. I'm going to let the USTR, the trade rep, Jameson Greer, as well as Secretary of Commerce and Secretary Lutnick, provide more detail on that. I know that's not exactly the answer that you want, but I will speak at a high level to the fact that China has abrogated the agreement. The United States acted immediately and in good faith, as of course you all saw, with the proclamation adjusting the tariff rate. China did not fulfill the obligations that it made and committed to with the United States. And so that opens up all manner of action for the United States to ensure future compliance. It remains the president's hope and desire that China will choose the path of cooperation, of common ground, and that we can open up China to American business, just in the same way that America, of course, as we all know, has been open to Chinese business for a very long time now. So hopefully China will choose the path, to use a very common bureaucratic phrase, of rules-based conduct, not a phrase I often use, but it applies here, and follow the agreement that they reached. Next question.
How quickly must China respond? How quickly must China respond to the president's demands until that action is taken?
And well, again, as I mentioned, China often says that it believes in the exact phrase of the rules-based international order, right? We've all heard that phrase from China over and over again. This is a chance to show it's serious about upholding that commitment to the rules-based international order. And details to come, but as a general matter, the policy is going to be that we're not going to be awarding visas to individuals who have a risk of being engaged in any form of malign conduct in the United States, which of course would include states, in order to avoid tariffs. And they all understand. Encouraged. I'm so grateful to Bobby. In talking about the chemical load in our society, the chemical load that a child accrues from the day they're born, in terms of everything that they, some of these disorders can completely degrade in the person's entire quality of life permanently with no known cures. They can treat these things with, like Crohn's disease, for example. They can treat these things with steroids. They can try to mitigate the symptoms, but there's no path out for millions of Americans. What is causing young babies in this country to have these crippling allergic reactions or immune systems that don't fire properly? They underreact to certain illnesses. They overreact to other illnesses. And we don't disease. Asthma, like what are the effects of these on a society, both financially, personally?
All right, we hope Elon Musk is okay. Listen, kid, back away from that White House. Get back to doing what you do best. SpaceX, Tesla, other things. We might get you in on something else here, Elon, but you need a vacation. Stay off of them dang magic mushrooms, right? Don't be doing all this stuff. These people are half crazy. It's probably the LSD honey they've been taking, uh, magic mushrooms, you name it. That explains, people were asking me, what's going on? Why is Trump breathing like that? And why is Elon always looking around the room? And I'm like, I don't want to say anything. Tripping his balls off, man. They all are. And that's why we made choices. Now, I know it pissed off a lot of people, but this ain't going the way it should be going. And like I said, this was all put in place just in case these Nimrods got carried away with their power. No, I will not abuse my power. And I certainly won't be doing. Why can't they just smoke some cannabis or something and chill out? I don't know. But get back to doing what you do, kid. You know, go to SpaceX and get that going again and all this stuff and yada, the car stuff and everything. No, as far as Trump, I don't know. They all might be. Who knows? I don't know. Right? There's a lot of talk of Adderall or whatever this stuff is going around in the White House and with all these people. And I'm a little upset, Lord. No, well, for one, let's start the day off right. Thank you, Lord, for another day. Forgive us for our sins. Thank you for our daily bread that we receive from you. Excuse me, Lord. And yeah, like I said, we made the decision. We ain't backing out. Screw you. Screw everybody. We're not waiting for nothing no more. We'll be dead. If you wait for these people, we'll be dead. Don't believe any of these people. Nobody is safe in America. Nobody is safe around here in this little town. There's some cult or something where they've decided to just open fire. Too many zip ties around in town. Too much stuff going on. Signs, cardboard signs, adopt a child, come to this house. We're pretty much done with it. We already made our decision. No, Trump don't run nothing. Nobody runs anything. I don't know what you folks are talking about. What mafia? I have no idea what you folks are talking about. I don't see any nowhere. I don't see nothing. I hear nothing. I see nothing. I feel the magic and the evil that you sent me. But we're going to put an end to this magic and sorcery and stuff in America real soon. I don't know what. I think a lot of these card readers will be out of jobs and a lot of these fortune tellers and all that. But we are on a mission, and that mission occurs in America. I'm not worried about some other country. We've already made deals. We're not backing out. There's nothing anyone can do. Right? We're gonna get justice. America, me and the rest of these people that were railroaded, we're getting justice, and hopefully we could live comfortably in this world. Don't be afraid of these people. The only reason you're afraid is because you don't have the weaponry yet. We are going to bring the weapons. You won't be afraid no more. Don't be afraid of these idiots. Don't be afraid of these idiots. Right? In Jesus' name, one way or another, they're leaving the house. It's just gone. It's gone. It's fried. I didn't want to say nothing. It's literally magic mushroom fried. They're all fried. I thought I had brain problem. They're fried. And I want to start, Elon, don't turn your company over to anybody. If you're going to have anything, if you are in that bad of shape, Turn it over to me. Release it back to me. And we're going to get you some help. And you're still going to call the shots, but you need a vacation. You need a vacation. That's what you need. A vacation. I'm going to run the show while you're gone. It's your show. It's your business. It ain't mine. But I'll keep things going with a billy club in one hand and a nut crusher in the other. We'll keep it going. We will rule the skies, the space. There's nothing, I'm here for you if you need me, kid. Well, I've been there. Oh yeah, you get a batch of them, a bad batch of them mushrooms, them psychedelics, and there's a good chance I would stay off them psychos because there's a good chance one more mushroom trip and you could lose your mind. Do you understand, Mr. Musk, sir? I'm just here to tell you the truth. That's why they call me. They call the big dogs in when it gets too deep. Here I am. But if you continue to do them magic mushrooms, you're not going to come back to reality. And I've seen this. I've seen this with Pink Floyd with Sid Barrett. All it was one more trip, and boom, gone. Your brain fried. You're in the corner. Yeah, that bad. And I think what we're seeing is the effects of an illusion of a psychedelic trip. I bet you they're all tripping in the White House. Yeah. Yeah, literally. The effing government, Pentagon, what is going on? Yeah, they're tripping their balls off. But no explanation. They're tripping their balls off. There ain't nobody in their right minds would have pardoned some of these people for what they've done. They're lost. Completely lost. At this point, from our intel, we have no choice. They're not capable of running the government. I tell them, smoke a little grass or something. Stay off of that shit. That Adderall, no. Well, they have asthma. Oh, come on, folks. I got asthma. I can barely breathe. Is it me or is it them? Trespassing asses. What do I see? I see nothing but America's Satan worshippers, and I got to deal with it. Most of you people with tattoos got to be sent back to Venezuela, where that guy said he's Jesus Christ. He tattooed a bunch of people with 666 all over their body and forehead and hands, and he claims you people belong to him. You belong to Satan. Well, we dealt with that. We're they're Venezuela and all these, Guatemala and Cuba, and yeah, we're gonna deal with it. Okay, you're not dealing with somebody that's all messed up on shrooms now, right? I'm straight as can be. We're here to tell you, you're leaving. If you don't leave, we'll come pick you up, and we'll send you there on a rocket. Right? We'll send you there. This one's for the devil, and we'll send it directly to you. See, because now you got a ball buster in the White House, and that's me. Give two shits who you are. You messing with our children in my country. You got troubles coming. Big troubles. I don't go through Congress and shit for stuff like that. I'm like above them. They're like, what do we do? Yeah, shut your mouths. And I'm going to light the skies up. And just shut your mouths and sit back. And don't bust my balls. Yeah. So now we got the ball buster in there. We're going to get some stuff done. Now, the rest of you in this country are tripping your balls off. You understand that? Purple haze, LSD, been sprayed upon you. You're tripping your balls off. The White House, they're already tripping their balls off. I can put a blue light in there and light up like a Christmas tree. You're screwed. And screwed. Now stay out of our way. I would suggest. Now let's see what else is going on in your neck of the woods. And someone get him drinking some milk. Oh my God, I can't believe this. Ah. Oh my God, what I got? You know, why do I have to put up with this? Well, I want to say happy Saturday. Let's see what else is going on. No, look at this idiot. Cressley speaks at news conference after prison release. Yeah. See, anybody in the. What is this saying? I'll tell you what it's saying. I'll tell you what it says to me. You're a bunch of scumbags in America. This country ain't nothing but trash. I do want to say rest in peace, Mr. Rick Derringer. Great man. Why does Rick Derringer, Why does Rick Derringer look like Elon Musk? You want to tell me what's going on in this world? Oh my God. This is hilarious. It's hilarious. My God, what a cluster F you are, America. And the people within its country. Ah. Boy, I'll tell you what, it's all guns blazing in the USA. Just a blazing. Just a blazing jack. Let me see what else we can find. Well, you know, hey, they're saying in Switzerland the landslides ain't over. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. Look at that. I'll be danged if Rick Derringer don't look like he was. Rock and roll, who'd you kill? Lordy mama, send me them mushrooms. Rock and roll, who'd you kill? Lordy mama, light my fumes. Nah, don't worry about it, Elon. I'll run the show while you're gone. Once you come back, I'll turn it over to you. I'm not going to be like they did to my great-great-grandfather, Hoppa. I'm not going to be like that, right? When you come back after you getting healthy again, I'll turn everything right back over to you. Nothing will be done without your decision. That's what they did to Grandpappy. He left, right? He had to, right? Did his time, he come out. And when he came out, it was supposed to be all turned back over to him. And they didn't, right? They power blocked him out. Power blocked him or whatever and kept him out or whatever. But we're not going to do that to you, Elon. I'm not going to do what these people did to my great family inheritance people. I'll return the whole thing over to you. Nothing will be done without your decision. Yeah, it just keeps getting better every day in America. Like I said, we already made choices, decisions. They're mad because we were on top of it. Trump's saying if some idiot can figure this shit out, why can't you people? That's because they are all tripping balls. They ain't going to figure nothing out. Not a zero zilch. Folks, make sure you check out Miss, excuse me, ATS News Channel. That premieres today, I think. Yeah, today at 10 a.m. Wait a minute, it's not. Well, let's see what's going on over here. Is that today? 48 minutes. Chris Watts. Folks, make sure you check out this channel. You go ahead and type in there. Let me drop some coffee off to these ladies. I got a busy schedule today. I don't know if I'll be there when it's. Yeah, you people don't run shit. I run the whole show now. So, there you go. Johnny Kramer threw some coffee in there for them. Well, these women, they got children, they got lives and everything, and then they got to do this YouTube stuff. It's very stressful. Very stressful. Let me post her channel or that thing. See what's going on here. Where am I? Why do I keep getting mixed up? Where am I? There I am. Let's post that. Copy. Over here. Post. Post Malone. There you go. Check out that channel too today, folks. In Jesus' name. I think they're all going crazy. Here's the thing. Trump's siding with all these superstars when really they should have been put behind bars. And that's the thing, right? The government, the federal government, CIA, they all have evidence on these people. They're crookeder than shit. Most of them are serial killers and murderers. That's true. I'm not going to lie to you folks. I know you want me to, but I can't. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, but it's the truth. No, I put some peanuts out there. Let's see if we get any action. All right. We'll see if we get any action coming in here. Yeah, because they used us to clean their madness. And send their sickness and witchery and voodoo, we decided to open fire. strike while you can. We're not done. All right, here we come. I put the peanuts out. Here comes that little booger. He was right in the tree watching me. He crawled up the tree. Here he comes. He's coming. Hold on a minute. I think he is. He is sitting right at the base of the tree. Hold on. Yeah. They made a switch. That's really not me, folks. No, I don't drive a silver truck. I don't have, no, none of that's me. They tried to pull a fast one. Don't worry about it. We are keeping an eye on a couple businesses in town. I know everybody's pissed. I'm like, shut your mouths. Shut your effing mouths. And we're watching a couple people here because the government couldn't do their jobs. And we took orders from the government and took them out. Now, like I said, government, you're going to release all the people that have lived at Countryside Country Place for the last 20 years. Well, I should go back 30 years because that's when all these people were saying the trouble started around here. But I thought it was me, and they're like, no, it's not you. Unfortunately. I was shocked, actually. It was the first time they never blamed me for something. But like I said, Vio Fawn, Vaughn, Dawn. And we got another Vaughn out here. Now, let me explain something to you folks. VON is not the same as my Uncle Stevie Ray. Don't touch anybody related to me. Ever again. Ever again. Ever again. Bunch of sick idiots. We got a problem down there in Texas. They do everything big in Texas. That's true. But what they don't do is shut up. They don't do that. They don't just shut up when they're told to shut up. So they don't shut up. All right, here we go. How you doing, Red Tail? That's all right, little buddy. You're perfectly safe here. Oh, look at that little bugger. He's just eating away. Go on, little buddy. They're like killing machines. Oh, there he goes. Someone spooked him. Yes, it's crazy. It is completely crazy, but that's what sells in America. That's what sells in America.
the Trump administration and about the way World Liberty Financial works. Actually, the entire thing, they go in depth. I'll link it in the description below, of course. It's worth watching. But I just want to show you World Liberty Financial being exposed and uncovered in a completely new way. Just to back up for a second, World Liberty Financial is the crypto firm that the Trump family took over, and they now have a 75% net revenue from the token sales. They're non-tradable, so once you buy them, you can't do anything with them. And over $280 million has been raised from buyers, and this article is like a month or two old. As World Liberty Financial raised more than $500 million, President Trump's family took control of the crypto venture. World Liberty Financial has Barron, Eric, and Don Jr. all on the board, and it's insane. Let's listen to Ezra Klein and Zeke break this down. It's worth watching.
One of them, his name is Chase Hero, and dig into his resume. It's a spotty one. He has bragged about dealing weed. He used to sell weight loss colon cleanses online. He had a $149 a month get rich quick program. I watched him on Logan Paul's podcast where he promoted a crypto coin that later went down 96%. And he's pretty much an unknown in crypto. He'd only ever done one cryptocurrency project that I could find. It attracted a few $1 million and then suffered a big hack.
A big hack. That's the dude that Trump is partnering with.
So, I mean, at this point, like, this
perfect.
is
Just excellent choice of business partner here.
Yeah, and then I spent a long time watching all of his YouTube videos, of which there were many. And in one, he called himself the dirtbag of the internet and said that regulators should, quote, kick shitheads like me out. Then he said a quote about crypto that honestly I kind of agree with, but makes him kind of an odd business partner. He said he was in this video, he's streaming while he drives his Rolls Royce, and he says, you can literally sell shit in a can,
wrapped in piss, covered in human skin for $1 billion if the story's right. Because people will buy it, and that is what is going on in the crypto space. And like I said in my other video, I'm not going to question the right and wrong of all that.
That is so Trumpian. He doesn't care about the morality. He cares about maximizing the amount of money he can get from people that he deems as suckers.
That's exactly what they're doing. Hold on, let me get back to my little buddies. You swindled America. Boy, they're gonna beat the shit out of every single one of you punks. Yeah, crypto and everything. Oh, there was a big hack. Yeah, I bet there was a big hack. I bet there was. Ooh, I feel them using their magic, but their magic ain't gonna save them from Big Bertha when we drop her. And America will be hit probably before this defense system even gets into plan or work. So, yeah, what a bunch of morons. And that explains they're all tripping their balls off. This has never been done before, folks. Our Central Intelligence and other branches are going to raid our own beloved White House. I can't believe it. Everyone's, we're going to go. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're going to raid the White House. There's more spooge, drugs, and partying in there than anywhere. And I was the idiot that quit. These are the same people that told me quit. You're never going to go nowhere. Quit all the crap you're doing. Quit everything. I did. Only to find out they wanted me to quit the crap because they wanted more crap for themselves. And that explains a bunch of cocaine junkies. Oh my God, it just keeps getting better every day. We are not standing down to nobody and nobody. Oh, look at, here comes some more squirrels. These little boogers are great. Yeah, they're all hackers, folks. They've been hacking me since I got on YouTube. They've been hacking my Social Security since the day I was born. They've been claiming that I'm not even me. But they didn't claim that until I busted their asses. Then he ain't even who he is. Well, who am I then? That's funny because my parents know who I am. I know who my parents are. But now you want to make me out to be somebody else that I'm not. A bunch of idiots. Get out of my way, house. Pack all your stuff up. Take all your drugs out. Get out. Out. You people should have smoked cannabis. I probably wouldn't have been. We wouldn't be in this situation if they would have just smoked cannabis. But that explains why Trump hasn't done what he has done, because now his own people are, what? Selling cannabis. Yo, you get out of there. That's for the squirrels. Go on. I told you I've been feeling like I did an 8-ball of cocaine back in my teenage years, but I don't do cocaine. I haven't done drugs like that in a long, long time. Someone's trespassing on me in that White House that's higher than a kite, and I'm starting to get real pissed. Real pissed. Anyways, we pretty much have taken over this town, numerous towns, bunch of scum-sucking leeches, bunch of bikers and everything gone crazy out here. The government's bringing in other people from other countries, right? We subcontracted out. You're a bunch of scumbags. No morals, no integrity. You'll rip off any. They're trying to get as much money from us as they can before their asses are kicked out. And then once they have the money, they're like mobsters, right? We got the money, not you. It's like Goodfellas when Jimmy did the Lufthansa heist. Jimmy had the money, right? He's going to be danged if he was going to give it to anybody that earned it. He kept it all, right? That's what they're doing. We've seen this movie numerous times. In Jesus' name, we're not playing this game, right? I can act with the best of yous. That's probably what the problem was, as I acted myself right in the way out. And now I want out myself. I'll tell you, they've been really making bad calls all over. But thank God we're on this movie. I know a lot of people. They don't want this movie to be produced, but it's already in the works. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I'm out of the hole. You know, I should have listened to everybody a long time. I stay away from the politics. And they're right. I'm done with this stuff. The country's gone downhill. We're going back into other things, TV, movies, midnight. The rest of you people. And I hope they clean that up too, because why don't we just send this division, this platoon, into the music world and movie world and make sure that these people ain't cutting deals where some of these people, like Cressley, he's done. He might as well go get surgical knee pads put in, because by the time Trump's done riding him, he ain't gonna have nothing. He just gave up his whole world, and probably will be charged with other stuff or whatever once this whole thing goes down. Elon's probably the smartest one in walking away from everything. I mean, although he's higher than a kite. I mean, I watch these guys on Joe Rogan. They're just eating LSD, honey. They're dropping Ford pane window drop, purple haze. They're doing all kinds of shit. They're tripping their balls out. Yeah, and like I told them, you might want to smoke some cannabis or something. And stay away from that stuff, because the next one might be it. You might never come back from that delusional war that you're in, right? I mean, they've been doing DMT. I'll tell you, they're way out there. They're way out there. I don't know how these people are even running anything, but who knows? The whole world is just an LSD trip. I mean, that's what they told me. We went purple haze on them, Mr. Campbell. Purple haze, oh my God. Everybody's tripping their gonads off. Every single one about it. Yeah, well, they've been spraying it. It's in everything. I knew it right away as soon as I started seeing Little Pink Robe, Jimi Hendrix flying in the sky, singing Purple Haze. I knew something. This is a trip. Somebody tripped us. They dosed us. And that's pretty much what happened and everything. And then they started with the magic, and that explained everything right there. Their magic and witches and goblins and goblins talking to spirits and all this and that. Yeah, I'm the only sane one left. We're opening up a can of worms. Yeah, I can only hope my beloved military hasn't been dosed themselves. They're all dosed on acid or whatever. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Or they're all speeded out, right? I was watching some dude that was in the military last night talking about the military is on drugs. They won't tell you, the truth, but it's speed. It's like meth. And they give that to the soldiers still to this day. And the guy testified to it, right? He said the shit was getting deep. He snorted a line of Picalcion or something like that. It's another form of speed, right? He was ready to go. He's ready to fight to the death, right? But being that it was such high-powered speed that they were giving our military soldiers, he crapped himself. Right there on the front lines, literally crapped him. He had to take a crap, and that's what good cocaine and speed and stuff will do. That to you, make you crap your brains out, and that's exactly what he confessed to. He testified to that. He's on the front lines. He did a line because they were getting ready to attack. Chopped up a line of the stuff that the government issued to the soldiers. He snorted it, and within minutes, he had to drop his drawers and crap. He called it shooting mud. He shot mud everywhere, and it was an ugly sight. But at least the gentleman did confess to it, and God bless them for letting us know. They're all tweaked out. We're going to shut the whole project down. It's going to be a free-for-all. Thank God I got control of the drones and the military and everything. We're going to bomb the shit out of it. There's nothing left after we're done with it.
Used. There's nothing masterminding about it. He's now the one that's basically orchestrating, is a term, this entire scheme with another business partner and the Trump family. It's completely absurd, and it's a type of thing that we need to be talking about relentlessly. It's hard to balance everything as it all comes at muzzle velocity. It's hard to talk about the Qatari jet while also talking about Trump coin, while also talking about, tariffs and his authoritarian tendencies towards other countries, and then also Russia and Ukraine. It's hard, but
well, I can tell you one, I want reimbursement, right? I didn't buy these 57,000 acres and start growing tariffs on them because everyone said, go tariff, grow tariffs, grow tariffs. There's money in it, Johnny, grow tariffs. Now, we've spent a lot of money in this, and we're growing tariffs. Over 57,000 acres, and now they're saying tariffs they're bad. Well, you're going to reimburse me that money, government, for buying this 57,000 acres and growing all these tariffs. And now you're pulling out on the tariff deal because you said tariffs are the way. So I started planting one tariff. And then I dig a hole, plant another tariff. There's another tariff. By the time this is all over, I'll have tons and tons of tariffs. And we're going to make money. Now you're all saying, oh my God, it's bad. Well, you're going to reimburse me for that money, for that land, for all this tariffs.
We can balance it all. And the thing is, if the economy starts to take a downturn, which it seems it's on the wrong path, The GDP contracted during Q1. The stock market has not really been steady since he took office. Allies are being alienated. If the economy takes a downturn, all of the corruption will be under a microscope of the Trump admin, because then the average American will be paying attention. All of the quote unquote fun and games that we're all locked in on will become widespread. But let's continue.
His business partner, who's also helping run World Liberty, Zachary Folkman, he used to run a service called Date Hotter Girls, where he taught seminars about how to pick up women.
Take her home, tell her about the awesome margaritas that you're gonna make at your place. Tell her about the really sweet balcony you have at your place. Tell her about, some video that you saw on YouTube that you have to show her, and, get her home.
Yeah, what you should do is tell her how you use my photo to make your website hot. Now, you owe me some money, pricks. You understand? I hope you understand. Your whole scamming asses does have my money. And you better take my photo down from your websites and stop making money off of me. Don't you? How's that? How's that? Are you picking up on that? Bunch of fucking meth heads.
But the fact of the matter is this is a very, very succinct way to go out and get consistent results. Now, the fact of the matter is this, flashy? No, not at all. But I mean, how many guys came here to learn how to be flashy?
Now we got to go help people customize and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Maybe where's the golf cart?
There it is.
You people.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You want ads that drive results. That's why we built Roku Ads Manager. Sign up at ads.roku.com.
Okay. How many guys came here to learn how to take girls home and bang them?
No, I don't need to learn how to take girls home and bang them because I was raised with morals. You effing idiots. You effing idiots. I don't know what kind of country you think you live in, but you folks are going to have a rude awakening. I can tell you that much. So take my penis down from your website. Take my face down from your website. Pay me my money and go about your day. Thank you very much, is what Gene Simmons from Kiss said, which we all know Gene. He's pretty cool. He's a cool guy. But there you go, you scum-sucking leeches. Let me see what's going on with my little friends. Oh, them little suckers, they got all the peanuts already. What a bunch of scum suckers.
Looking into how this came to be, and it seems like what happened is that Chase Hero and Zach Folkman met Steve Witkoff's sons. Steve Witkoff is a real estate developer who golfs with Trump, longtime Trump friend. And Steve Witkoff had introduced them to the Trump sons and Trump Sr. And
this is just a perfect example of, I don't even know, a lot of things. I just think privilege in society, knowing the right person can make you a master scammer. This dude knew the son of somebody who was in the...
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. I'm not in the business of scamming. And who you know soon will not be around. So you won't be saying, I know him, and making a bunch of money off scamming them. You're a bunch of vampires. And the only one that had it right was Elon. You're a bunch of scum-sucking leeches. Vampires. And a chainsaw. That chainsaw you had, Elon, is not big enough to do the job, baby. But I'm creating one that is going to do the job. And that's what you folks are. A bunch of scum-sucking leeches. That's what you are. You feed off of us weak, poor, disabled leeches, scum-sucking leeches. You got no morals. You got no integrity. You got nothing but a bunch of vampires. And we're going to have to deal with these vamps.
The Trump orbit was able to make that connection, which, like, you know, I don't fault someone for taking advantage of the connections, but I do fault them for the end result of scamming the hell out of people, right? But knowing somebody can get you so far in an industry. It's also an example of white privilege, I think. I mean, this all is the fact that all of these white people are walking around scamming people. I say this as a white dude, obviously, but all of these white people are walking around through connections. They are scamming people en masse, and there are no repercussions. Nobody really notices.
And they'd pitched him on this World Liberty plan. And Trump is listed on World Liberty's website as chief crypto advocate, and Eric, Don Jr., and Barron are Web3 ambassadors. World Liberty, this is also par for the course in crypto. World Liberty, they're not really quite saying exactly what it is, but they're going to sell some coins. And the coins, the World Liberty coins were, even by crypto standards, a really unappealing investment. So if you buy World Liberty crypto coins, you do not receive a share of any money World Liberty makes. You cannot resell them unless the rules change in the future.
You can't resell them?
No, they can't be resold.
How do you make money off of them?
Presumably, they're going to change those rules. But you're trusting that they do.
But so I buy a World Liberty coin. It costs me just notionally, whatever, $30, $300. There's no liquidity in that?
Literally impossible to resell. Maybe you could do it.
For 50 years, Lancia Homes has built beautiful, high-quality homes.
All right, so this is like a Bitcoin that they're selling, but you can't resell. There's no market for it. So what are they doing? Well, this must be part of their plan. Somewhere on this earth, there's somebody opening something to make it worth money. So it's like what is it? It's a triangle scheme, a Ponzi scheme. Why would anybody invest in a coin that is worth nothing? It's not worth anything, even within the Bitcoin world. It's not worth anything. I don't know. Probably a plan that's going to be in place before probably Trump gets out of office. He'll probably make a new thing. This is the Bitcoin new thing. It's like Bitcoin, but better. I don't know what they're doing down there, but this is proven fact that even being in the White House, their priority is not the United States of American working men. Their priority is to line their pockets with as much money before they get booted out. In Jesus' name, I pray for this people, because they don't have American working man, poor man, the citizens in mind. You're getting a little fraction of really what they're doing, right? The working man, oh, we're gonna ease up on the taxes for the working man. We're gonna, but they're raking in a bunch of money. They're creating their own money. Why? Because the dollar is going to crash. And now all you will have is Trump money, Trump coin. They're trying to crash the dollar.
Shocked.
Yes.
By the way, this is some insane stuff. Sorry, I'm just letting the video play right now because this is absolutely wild. The Trump administration, in the most brazen way possible, is scamming people en masse. Not only scamming people, but think about all of the avenues for corruption. Trump holds these crypto dinners. The people that attend these dinners now have the ear of the president, hypothetically. They didn't really get it last time because they got scammed, double scammed. The scammers got scammed by Trump. And this is all because these two dirtbag dudes who are like saying they're dirtbags. One of them had a weed business in college, which whatever, but I don't know if I want him running the crypto scheme of the president of the United States. And then the other person ran some weird dating website. It seems like two jock bros.
And the first $30 million of the proceeds, after this initial $30 million, 75% of all the money World Liberty makes, both from operations of whatever they will do in the future and from the token sale, 75% is going to be paid to the Trumps as a fee.
Okay, but initially it doesn't make that much money.
Yeah, so Trump's not president yet, and this offering is kind of rejected by the crypto industry. At first, they'd only sold a couple million of the coins. I mean, still not bad. You tweet a couple times, you sell a couple million of coins that can't be resold.
But it hadn't hit that payout level.
Oh, true.
Then comes Justin's son.
You know, this reminds me, before we get into the Justin Sun section, this part is wild, but I just want to show you this article I was reading the other day from the New York Times. It says, when Hillary Clinton was first lady, a furor erupted over reports that she had once made $100,000 from a $1,000 investment in cattle futures. Even though it had happened a dozen years before her husband became president, it became a scandal that lasted weeks and forced the White House to initiate a review. 31 years later, after dinner at Mar-a-Lago, Jeff Bezos agreed to finance a promotional film about Melania Trump that will put $28 million in her pocket directly, 280 times what Clinton made, and in this case from a person with vested interest in policies set by her husband. The Trumps are hardly the first family to profit off their time in power, but they have done more to monetize the president than anybody who has occupied the White House, and it's been 100 days. The Trump family and its business partners have collected $320 million in fees from a new cryptocurrency, brokered overseas real estate deals, and created a new exclusive club in Washington called the Executive Branch, charging $500,000 apiece. Just last week, Qatar handed over a luxury jet, which was $200 to $400 million. Trump holds these crypto dinners.
Oh, boy. So the same thing that Trump claimed all these other presidents were doing, Trump's doing it, but this is just a mess. Get everybody out of my beloved house in Jesus' name. God bless. I can't believe we're going to have to raid the White House because there's more drugs and there's more Adderall and magic mushrooms and cocaine everywhere, and spooge from these wild orgies and everything. These people are getting laid more than me, and that's what really pissed me off right there. I can do without the money. I can do without the magic shrooms, the cocaine, and all the Mandarin or Adderall or whatever they're at. But that's it. When you're getting more hooky than me, then I'm pissed. So you know what's going on? Nothing. Sleight of hand. I told you, folks. It's a cult. It's a madhouse. It ain't going to be much longer, folks. And you're going to see a big change in America. The bottom is going to drop out. And once we get rid of all these crazy nut jobs, things will get better. Right? It'll get worse before it gets better. It sure will. Anything is better than this madness that we're seeing. Now, do I believe any of this stuff? No, I don't believe anything anymore. I don't care. I'm here to do movies. I'm here to do skits. I'm here to, be entertaining you. Whether it's real, whether it's fake, whatever it is, who knows? That's your job to figure it out. Not mine. I don't get paid $75,000 a year to figure anything out. I'm just an idiot. And I'll stay that way, right? So, like I said, take my photos down from your websites. I know you made a bunch of money. I know this. I know I was voted 12 times Penis of the Year. I know my face was voted 12 times the most looked at portfolio ever, right? A lot of money. Oh, God dang. Dang squirrel fell out of the tree. Oh, my God. I can't believe that. That squirrel just fell probably about 10 feet. Someone spooked him out there. He fell. I guess someone walking around with Carhartts on, and I'm not sure. Well, all right, folks. Now make sure you check out Miss ATS News channel this morning. I think she's getting ready to go live. Let me see what's going on over there. 6 minutes, folks. We got 6 minutes. Hey, yo, Adrian. Adrian. Yo. We got 6 minutes. You got 6 minutes, folks. We're counting down. It's 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes over there before the Chris Watts. How Chris Watts fooled everyone. A deep dive into deception. I know exactly how he did it. I know exactly what Chris Watts was up to. Matter of fact, we know a lot. We know this much. This world, this country has gone completely crazy. God bless America, the old America. I don't know what this new one is. I don't want to know. But I can tell you this much. A lot of you people are going to be suffering because Trump's going to be putting tariffs on sex dolls and toys, which will drive. They already cut Pornhub off, and that's what was the cause of probably most of the shootings. Was Pornhub was canceled in certain states. And these people went nuts. I've heard your cries, but it's just gone crazy. Sex, torso, bodies everywhere. Toys and zip ties, whatever these people are doing, it's crazy. We're bringing an end to it. I think all you folks are in some kind of a cult, some kind of a mass hallucination. God bless America. We're going to do our best to bring this country back to what it was. God bless America. Jesus' name. It's a crazy world. Not much we could do about it. Sit back and watch the madness. Yeah, it's just unbelievable. Well, you live and learn. You live and learn. Don't believe everything. Don't trust everything. You know, they were really busting their balls on this. Johnny, you got to vote. I ain't voting for nothing no more. Not a zero. Zilch. Well, we'll continue on our movie here. That's what we do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at 1 hour here, a little over. I didn't see the time. I will be back. I'm going to put some more peanuts out there. We'll be back with some outdoor videos of squirrels and birds. God bless. Like I said, make sure you check out them channels I posted in my chat. Have a great morning. I shall return here in a few. I need to make some more coffee and watch this little segment on the Watts thing real quick, and I'll be right back. You folks have a great morning. All glory goes to God. Amen.